Hey everyone, and welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're going to be talking all about SEO.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, that's right. Whether you're getting ready for like a meeting or researching the field, or even if you're just curious, you're in the right place.
Absolutely.
Get ready to unlock the secrets of SEO and understand why it is so important for success in today's digital world.
The digital age.
The digital age, yeah. We're going to be looking at a document today called Why Search Engine Optimization, SEO, is Crucial for Any Business. You ready?
Yeah, let's dive in. SEO can sound a little intimidating at first.
Yeah.
But when you break it down, it's really just about making sure your website shows up in the search results when people are searching for, the stuff that you offer.
Right.
So think about it this way. When was the last time you went past the first page of Google?
Never, honestly. It's like if you're not on that first page, you don't exist, almost.
Yeah, and that's where SEO comes in. It's that key to get your website on that first page so you can get all those customers organically.
Makes sense. Okay, so it's about visibility, but we live in a world that's dominated by social media now. So why is SEO still important?
Well, I get that question a lot, and the answer is pretty simple. SEO builds trust. So if you think about it, you're a lot more likely to trust a website that a friend recommends than one you've never even heard of.
For sure.
Right. So having those high search rankings, those are like recommendations. It's like Google and Bing are vouching for your website saying, hey, this is credible, this is relevant.
So it's not just about getting people to your website, it's about getting the right people there, the people who are actually already looking for what you have to offer.
Exactly. And unlike paid ads where you're essentially renting traffic, SEO is more like building a house. You're putting down the foundation to attract a consistent stream of customers without having to pay for every single click.
I love that. And actually, our source document breaks down a whole bunch of benefits of SEO. It starts with increased visibility, which kind of seems self-explanatory, right?
Yeah, it is. But you really shouldn't underestimate how powerful that is. Being on the first page of the search results, that's prime real estate. That's where everyone's attention is. And if you're not there, you're missing out big time.
Yeah. The next one is really interesting to me, credibility and trust. Why do websites that rank higher get that kind of boost?
It's really all about psychology. We just associate higher rankings with authority, instinctively.
Interesting.
It's kind of like the digital version of word of mouth. If Google recommends it, it must be good.
Yeah, okay. So SEO isn't just about the technical stuff, it's also about human behavior.
Absolutely.
About reputation. Okay, and our source also mentions cost effectiveness.
Right, it's like planting a seed.
Well,
you nurture it and it's going to grow into a tree and bear fruit for years to come. Because unlike paid ads, you're not constantly needing to pump money in to keep the traffic going. This is a long-term strategy.
Like a long-term investment. I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next benefit is targeted traffic. Why is that so valuable?
It's like this. Would you rather be fishing in a lake that's packed with exactly the kind of fish you want to catch, or would you rather cast a big net out in the ocean and just hope for the best?
Yeah, I'd take the lake.
Right?
Give me the sure thing.
SEO is that lake. You're only attracting users who are actually already looking for what you have. They're already thinking about buying.
And then they find you, and then they're happy.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, next benefit, competitive advantage. Seems like that's got to be super important these days.
Oh, it's essential. If you're ranking higher than your competitors, that means you're getting a much bigger slice of the pie online, right? More attention, more clicks, more customers.
For everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got increased visibility, credibility, it's cost-effective, competitive edge. What's next?
Next, we got the relationship between SEO and content marketing. Now, while those two are different things, they work really well together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
Exactly, yeah. Good content is at the heart of any good SEO strategy. So by creating content that answers your audience's questions, you're giving them something valuable, but you're also showing Google and the other search engines, hey, this website knows what it's talking about.
So it's not just about attracting people, it's about boosting your rankings, which then attracts even more people.
Yeah, exactly. It's a win-win. You're engaging your audience and improving your website's visibility all at the same time.
I like it. Okay, this next one is a little surprising to me. Enhanced user experience. How does SEO make for a better user experience? Because I usually think of it as all that behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, there definitely is technical stuff, but a lot of that directly impacts the user experience. So for example, optimizing your website's speed means that pages are going to load quickly so people don't get frustrated and leave.
Right.
Or making sure that your website is mobile friendly. That means people can easily use it on their phones.
So you're saying that SEO is about making a good experience for everyone who visits your site, no matter what they're using to visit.
That's right. And, positive user experience means people are going to stay on your site longer. They'll probably come back for more. That helps your SEO even more.
So it all kind of works together. Okay. So far, we've got like a pretty amazing list of benefits here. But does SEO last? Does it give lasting results?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
SEO takes time and effort, but the results, they really endure. Unlike paid advertising, where the traffic stops when you stop paying, SEO is like you build that foundation and it just keeps attracting traffic for years.
That's what I like to hear.
It's a long-term investment that pays off big time.
Okay, so now that we know why SEO is so important, let's talk about how. What are the steps to actually making this work?
Well, the first step is figuring out what people are actually searching for. That's where keyword research comes in. You got to identify those terms and phrases that people are using when they're looking for things like what you offer.
So you're saying like put yourself in the customer's shoes.
Yeah.
What are they typing into Google?
Yeah, exactly. And once you know what those keywords are, then you can move on to on-page optimization. That's all about structuring your website's content so that search engines can easily understand it.
So you're kind of speaking Google's language, making it super clear what your website is all about.
That's it.
Okay.
And then there's the heart of it all, creating great content. That means crafting content that's informative, it's engaging, it's valuable, it answers people's questions, and it just naturally includes those keywords that you found.
Okay, so we're talking about blog posts, articles, maybe videos, infographics, all that good stuff.
All of that, exactly. The days of just stuffing keywords into content are long gone. Yeah. Now it's about providing real value, engaging your readers. Google's getting smarter. They can tell when you're just trying to game the system.
Right. Okay, so we've got keyword research, we've got on-page optimization, quality content. What's next?
Well, then there's the technical side. Making sure your website is running smoothly behind the scenes.
Okay.
So optimizing code, speeding up your site, HTTPS, making sure it looks good on all devices.
So like making sure your website is a well-oiled machine.
Exactly. And while technical SEO, it might not sound as fun as like writing content and stuff.
Right.
It's really, really important. A slow website, people are going to get frustrated.
Right.
And a secure connection, well, that builds trust.
It makes people feel safe. Okay, so what else?
Link building. That's another big one. It's like earning votes of confidence from other websites.
Okay.
So when a website that people already trust links to you, that tells Google, hey, this site is worth checking out.
It's like getting an endorsement.
Exactly. The more good links you have, the more Google thinks you know what you're talking about.
Makes sense. Now, what about businesses that mainly serve local customers? Is there a different kind of SEO for them?
Yeah. Local SEO.
Local SEO.
That's all about optimizing your website so people in your area can find you. So like Google My Business, local citations, that kind of thing.
Okay, so like if I own a pizza place in Chicago.
Exactly.
I want to make sure that when somebody searches for best pizza Chicago, they find me.
That's the goal. Local SEO is super important for any business with a physical location.
Awesome. So we've covered a lot. Keyword research, content, technical stuff, link building. It's clear that SEO is a lot to handle, but what's like the last step in all of this?
You got to monitor and analyze your results. SEO isn't just something you set up and forget about. It's a process. It requires constant attention. You got to keep making adjustments. Tools like Google Analytics can help you track how your website's doing, see what's working, figure out what needs to be improved.
So it's like having a dashboard for your website.
Exactly. You can see what's happening in real time, how people are finding you, what they're doing on your site. It's super valuable.
Awesome. This has been really informative so far. We've learned why SEO is so powerful and all the steps that go into making a good strategy. But before we go any further, let's talk about the practical stuff.
Yeah.
Like how long does it take to see results? And how much does it cost?
Right. Those are the big questions. And unfortunately, there's no easy answer. It really depends on a bunch of things, like how competitive your industry is, what your website looks like now, how much effort you're putting in. But generally, you can expect to see some noticeable improvements within 6 months to a year.
So SEO is a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
You got to be patient. Okay, the big one, cost. How much are we talking here?
Well, the cost, that can really vary too. Smaller businesses, they might be able to get away with spending less, but for bigger companies, it can be a lot more.
Okay.
It really depends on how complex your needs are.
So it's important to budget for SEO.
Absolutely. It's an investment.
An investment that can pay off big time.
Exactly.
Okay, so we talked about the steps, the time it takes, how much it costs.
Yeah.
But what about businesses that don't have, someone in-house who can do all this? What do they do?
Well, that's where outsourcing to an SEO company comes in.
Okay.
If you don't have the time, resources, or the knowledge to do SEO yourself, hiring an agency can be a game changer. It's like having a whole team of experts working for you.
I like it. So it's like having your own personal SEO dream team.
Exactly. And they stay up to date on all the latest changes, the new algorithms, the best practices, so you don't have to.
It sounds like a huge weight off your shoulders, knowing that you have pros taking care of it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered the basics of SEO, and we've even talked about outsourcing a little bit. Now let's talk about the benefits of outsourcing and why a company like Dreamsoft Technologies Canada might be a good choice for businesses who want to, take their online presence to the next level.
So before the break, we were talking about outsourcing your SEO to a specialized company. And it's interesting because, even if you understand how important SEO is,
Right.
actually putting it into practice, that's a whole other thing.
It's a lot.
It's super technical. It's always changing.
Yeah.
And it can be a bit overwhelming, especially if you're already busy running a business.
For sure. For sure. It's like, you're supposed to exercise to stay healthy, but are you going to try and come up with your own workout and diet plan?
Right.
Probably not. You're going to want to hire a trainer.
Exactly. That's exactly why partnering with a company that really gets SEO, that's their thing, it can be such a game changer. You're getting a whole team of experts who eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff.
So it's about tapping into that expertise.
Yeah. They know all the little details, the latest updates, the best strategies. Things are always changing in the SEO world, and they kept up with it all.
Yeah, that's got to be a relief to know that someone else is handling all of that.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just about the peace of mind. It's about efficiency, too. SEO takes a lot of time. So if you're trying to do it yourself on top of everything else, that's tough. Outsourcing, that frees up your time so you can focus on what you're good at.
Right. It's about focusing on your strengths and letting the experts handle the rest. Speaking of experts, what about the tools? I've heard that SEO agencies have access to some pretty fancy software.
Oh, yeah. They've got the good stuff. Tools that can analyze data, track rankings, see what your competitors are doing, find new opportunities. It's stuff that you probably wouldn't even be able to get on your own.
So it's like a secret weapon.
It is. It helps them really understand how your website is doing, where you need to improve, and they can measure if their strategies are actually working.
That's smart. So we've got experts, more time, and better tools.
Yeah.
What else is there to think about?
Well, a good SEO agency, they're going to create a strategy that's specifically designed for you. They're not just going to throw your website into some cookie cutter plan. They'll take the time to understand what your business goals are, who your audience is, who you're competing against, and then they'll tailor a plan to help you reach those goals.
That makes a lot of sense. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing.
Exactly. Every business is different, so every SEO strategy should be different too.
All right, so outsourcing SEO can be a smart move. But are there any downsides? Anything to look out for?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You got to be careful. One big red flag is if an agency promises you super fast results or guarantees that you'll rank #1.
Yeah.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. SEO takes time.
Right.
You got to be patient. You got to do it the right way.
No shortcuts.
Exactly. And you also want to look for an agency that's transparent. They should be open and honest about what they're doing, how they're doing it.
Right.
You should be able to ask questions, get clear answers. They should give you regular reports so you know what's going on.
Communication is key. So no unrealistic promises and make sure they're transparent. What else?
Well, check out their track record. Ask for case studies, look at testimonials from other clients, see what kind of results they've gotten for other people in your industry.
Do your research.
Exactly. And last but not least, talk about money up front.
Yeah.
Make sure you understand their pricing and what you're getting for your money. A good SEO agency will be totally upfront about that.
So no surprises later on.
Right. So speaking of reputable SEO agencies, our source material specifically mentions Dreamsoft Technologies Canada. And based on the information they provide, they do seem to fit the bill.
Yeah.
They talk about their expertise, how they save you time, the tools they use, and they emphasize creating custom strategies for every client.
Okay, so they're checking all the boxes we've talked about.
They are. And the fact that they focus on customized strategies, that's really important.
Yeah, because like we said before, every business is different. But of course, like with any business decision, you always want to do your own research.
Absolutely.
Check out their credentials, see what their clients have to say, reach out to them, talk to them, make sure they're a good fit for you.
You got it. All right, so we've talked about the importance of SEO, why it's probably not a good idea to try to do it all yourself, and the benefits of working with a good SEO agency. It's pretty clear that SEO is essential if you want to succeed online these days. But now let's flip things around for a minute. Let's talk about what happens if you don't do SEO. What are the consequences of just ignoring it?
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been talking all about SEO, why it's important and even how to get help if you need it. But now, what happens if you just ignore SEO altogether? What are the consequences of that?
Well, imagine this, right? You spent all this time creating this amazing website, but it's buried like 10 pages deep in the search results. Nobody can find it. It's like you've got this awesome storefront, but it's hidden down some dark alley that nobody ever goes down.
It's like you don't even exist.
Yeah, exactly. And every time someone searches for something that you offer and they don't find you, well, they're finding your competitors instead.
You're losing customers left and right.
You are. And in today's world, you just can't afford to do that.
No, not at all.
Sure.
So neglecting SEO, it means missed opportunities, lost revenue. What else?
Think about credibility. When you rank high in the search results, that tells people that Google trusts you.
Yeah.
It's like a seal of approval. And people, especially if they don't know your brand, they're more likely to trust a website that shows up at the top.
It makes sense, yeah. You're more likely to click on the first few results.
Exactly. But if they can't even find you, well, that makes them wonder, is this business even real? Are they still in business?
So it's not just about losing traffic, it's about damaging your reputation.
Yeah, it can really hurt your brand. And here's the thing, ignoring SEO can actually end up costing you more money.
Really?
Yeah. Because if people aren't finding you organically through search, you're going to have to rely more on ads to get them to your site.
Oh, right. And ads aren't cheap.
Nope. So even though SEO might seem like an extra cost, ignoring it could end up costing you way more in the long run.
So it's really an investment. Okay, so we've seen what happens when you ignore SEO, and it's not pretty. But let's imagine for a second that all your competitors are doing SEO,
Okay.
but you're not. What's that look like?
All right, picture this. Someone's searching for something that you sell. They type it in, hit enter, and the whole first page is full of your competitors. They're showing off, they're putting their best foot forward.
And you're just gone.
Exactly, you're invisible. And every day that goes by, your competitors are getting stronger, they're getting more traffic, they're becoming the go-to in your industry, and you're just falling further behind.
That's a scary thought. It's like you're just watching from the sidelines as everyone else is succeeding.
Yeah, it's tough. And that's why SEO is so important. It's not just about getting to the top just because. It's about competing. It's about staying relevant. It's about giving your business a fighting chance.
It's like you said before, SEO levels the playing field. Okay, so what's the main thing you want our listeners to remember about all of this?
SEO is a journey. It's not something you do once and then forget about. Things change all the time online. But if you stay committed to SEO, if you keep learning and adapting, then you can build a really strong online presence that will last.
That's a great point. It's not about chasing fads. It's about building something solid that will stand the test of time.
Exactly.
And for those who need a little help along the way, we highly recommend checking out DreamSoft Technologies Canada. They've got a great track record of helping businesses reach their SEO goals, and they can help you navigate this ever-changing digital world. Visit their website at https://bit.fear/DreamSoftGate to find out more. And that's it for this deep dive into the world of SEO. We hope you learned something new and valuable today. Until next time, keep exploring and keep on diving deep.